Right, here we go, guys and girls, back with another video. This one, we are rebuilding Rennes, and I know if any of you watch Mega Luke's channel, he hates this team. But we're going to rebuild them. I think it's a good challenge. It's a tough challenge because obviously PSG are in the French league, so to try and beat them with anyone in this league isn't easy. As you can see, we've played through the first season. I don't think I bought many players. I'm going to do a few seasons, so please stick with the video and see, hopefully, if we can win the league. That's the aim. We've sold no one really. I don't think I did a lot of business, if I remember correctly. I brought in Pepe on a free, just for a season. It's 41 now. Probably we just need a little bit of cover. Coquelin came in a free, decent player, but he actually got quite a bad injury. I might let him go because his physicals are deteriorating. And we brought in Yilmaz, who's a right winger who can actually play left back. Weirdly, I think he's left back. He is a pretty good player, I thought. Good physicals, decent strong player, so nice to have. We still got 18 million in the budget, a lot of money in the balance, 119 million. So hopefully we can have a bit of fun this summer and improve the squad quite a lot. Got some good youngsters coming through. This Mbida, I think, could end up being a world-class player. 15, already 2-star ability. He looks phenomenal. Got to tie him down to a contract, and then hopefully we can get him developing through. I mean, hopefully we'll win the league sooner than him actually coming into the first team, but he looks fantastic. And also, if you want the kind of save game file or anything like that, let me know and I can also upload that onto the Patreon page that I've got. You can get it from there. And if you're enjoying the content, please remember to like and subscribe. Arthur DT is going to be fantastic for us next season. He was out on loan at Eintracht Frankfurt. I'm going to look forward to having him back, which kind of helps the fact that Pepe is retiring, so we'll lose him. We're going to lose Ahmed, Steve Mandanda, all players not really getting games. Probably going to let Coquelin go. Maybe let Gallen go. Santa Maria might go as well, getting on a little bit. Played well for us, but I think we can improve with a little bit of money brought in. Possibly Glenn Kamara wasn't really playing. Assignon might keep him as cover, but might not against letting him go. Tempted to let Jota go. Hasn't played a lot for us. Maybe Carlos Gomez. There's going to be a lot of changes potentially if we can get the right people in, behind them. Maybe Matt Sewer goes. Do we let Salah go? That could be an option. As we say, we've got some good youngsters coming through, so I'm not against any of these going. Hatboer, Abline could probably go. That's how we say it, Abline, whatever his name is. Hasn't really played. 1 start, 8 sub appearances. Feel like we probably don't need him in the squad anymore. So yeah, a lot of changes to be made, a lot of improvements that we're gonna need to beat Paris Saint-Germain. As you can see, we got knocked out of the French Cup 9th round by Havre, and we finished 2nd in the league to PSG, which I think is going to be a theme of this video probably. We were predicted to finish 4th, 25-1. They were predicted to win the league 3-10 on, which is ridiculous. Callum Wende did well, 17 goals. Mandanda 14 assists, 14 clean sheets, sorry. Did very well. If he got 14 assists, that'd be incredible, wouldn't it, for a goalie? But no, clean sheets. He did very, very well. I thought we played very well this season though. 73 goals, 25 conceded. I mean, PSG got 91 goals, 18 conceded. They only lost 2 games, and none of them were to us. So that's where we need to improve. We're going to win the league. We probably got to beat them, possibly even twice in the season. At least a win and a draw, I think, for us to win the league. This is the tactic I've been running with. Seems to be working pretty well. Pressing forward on attack 2, inside forwards on support, centre mid on attack, 2 DMs on support, 2 wing backs on attack, 2 ball playing defenders on defence, sweeper keeper on support. If you want the tactic, I probably will put it on the Patreon page as well, so you can have a look at it on there. We've got attacking mentality, much shorter passing into space, play out defence, low crosses, run out defence, play for set pieces, focus play down left and right, slightly high tempo and narrow width. In transition, we roll out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. And out of possession, we have high line of engagement, high defensive line, or much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goal distribution, get stuck in, step up more, and invite crosses. Very kind of meta tactic, I suppose, but I like the fact that it's not the 4-2-3-1 and that we've dropped in that centre mid just to make it a bit tighter. The wing backs are getting further wide. Everyone else is sitting quite narrow. Yeah, there's a few tweaks to it, but stick in for the next season. Thank you. So here we go. We have played Season 2. Very quick for you, not quite as quick for me, but some good performances. Yilmaz performed well, 37 games, 19 goals. Kjaer got 16 goals. Guri got 15 goals. Kjaer had a little insight into one of our signings. Colin Muwende didn't really play this season, which is a bit of a shock. He was our top scorer last season, but he just couldn't get into the team. With there only been one striker spot, this is the tactic we're running, which I've shown you earlier in the video. It is working very, very well. 64 million we've got to spend this summer. We can have a bit of fun, a lot of wage budget as well. I feel like we've reduced the wage budget, so we've actually done really well. 149 million still in the balance. We did a bit of business this summer. Got in 2 youngsters from Northern Ireland. Chris Atherton, who I think from a Man United save, I know he gets very good later in this database normally. And Madden, we got him up front, who looks a very good player. I've not used him in this database, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes. I am using like my own kind of training schedules. I think similar to what I put in some of the previous videos. But let me know if you want to see that, and the set pieces. Again, I think it's similar to what I've used in other saves, but if you want to see that, feel free to whack me a message and we'll sort something out. Mandanda went on a free, Glenn Kamara went for 500k, Salah went for 775k, Gallon went for 725k, Ablim went for 925k, Wu went for 2.4 million, lots of people leaving here, Hataboa went for 7 million, Matsua went for 8.5 million. Quite a lot of business, only 21 million in total. Good to get them out, get them off the books as well, off the wages. Santa Maria's gone for 11.5 million, and Jota's gone for 5.5 million. They were pretty good players, but I just felt like we didn't really need them. And we did some good business, I think. Kjaergaard came in for 9.73 million. Phenomenal player, 6'4", play anywhere in the midfield and up front. Definitely go and get him if you can. 42 million on Silla, I think he's fantastic player. Those physicals are crazy. And 20 for leadership, I think he's going to help us. And then 39 million on Diallo. Loving how he's playing in real life. I think he's actually performing on this like he kind of is in real life now, so that's quite good. I am a Man United fan, so it's nice to have a Man United player in there. This is the training schedule I've been using, like I mentioned earlier. You know, if you want any more information on that, just let me know. But I mean, you've got the screen there, you can just build it from there, and then you can just copy and paste it into your calendar for each week. That's all I do. I don't know if this is a meta training schedule. I'm not great with the training schedules, but it's working for me. I feel like the players are progressing. Maybe that's just because of the mentality of the players. I would say that's something you want to look out for when you're recruiting and you're wanting like a young player and you're hoping they're going to reach their potential. Look, if they've got that kind of driven on model citizen mentality, perfectionist mentality, something like that, you know, unless they're just that good, you've just got to go and get them. But I think that helps with whatever training you put in. Some players, you can put any kind of training and they're not really going to respond to it, is my point, I think. But this does work. I think it helps a lot with the physical attributes, which is what was the main thing I was looking for, and to get a session in for the set-piece routines. I think helps. This is how we've done then in the competitions. Runner-up in the Trophy des Champions. I think that was to PSG. Knocked out the quarter-final by Monaco in the French Cup. Knocked out the round of 16 by Barcelona in the Champions League. And then we finished third. A little bit of a drop-off, unfortunately. And PSG had a bit of a drop-off in their kind of skills. We got the most clean sheets, though. 15 from Alemdar, I think I'm going to say. He was our backup keeper. We let, obviously, Mandanda go, and we didn't really replace him. So I think that might be an area we look at this summer. Although he got the most clean sheets, I think there's better keepers out there for us, so we'll have a look at that. Scored 72 goals, only conceded 28 compared to PSG's 100 and conceding 29. So We need to get more goals. This tactic is quite fairly strong defensively. Fairly attacking, but I suppose you don't have that attacking midfielder like two up front. You've just got the one guy up front with the wingers. So, yeah, it's something we need to address. I think the tactic works, though. We address that with better players and a bit more recruitment this summer. It's only our second season, so you wouldn't expect to overtake PSG so quickly. These are players I'm probably thinking about leaving, like Coquelin, Amari, Asignon, Yildirim, Jordan James, possibly. Like I say, I think we're going to need a goalie. Carlos Gomez can probably go. Possibly keep Ostergaard around. Maybe let Grambach go. Been playing a lot from the bench. He's a nice option to have, though, just because he covers so many different positions. So we might keep him. Possibly look at Callum Wende, because he hasn't played a lot this year. So could be some big changes again in the summer. As you can see, Beda's in the squad, which is nice. He's progressing pretty well. Played 12 games and 17 sub appearances. Didn't expect him to jump into the squad so soon, but we just didn't have a lot of cover. And he's a really good player. And what I would say is, as you're going through these kind of saves, you guys know this better than me probably, but keep updating your facilities if you can. If you've got the money, if the option's there in the board request section, keep doing that. It's going to help you get better players, help your current players improve with the training. So always look at that. And let me do the next season, and I'll see you in a sec. To the third season, as you can see, Stan Tuono is going to be coming in this summer. I came in a lot of saves. If you've watched any of them, he's phenomenal. Phenomenal any database I've played with. So have a look out for him. You're normally picking up between 5 to 8 million, I think. As you can see, still 48 million in the bank, 73 in the balance. So that's looking good. Athens coming on well. Got Kabeme or whatever he's called. He is looking decent. Maybe not quite ready for first team football, but going to be soon. And we've had a great season this season, so we'll take you through that shortly. And Beda is coming on brilliantly now, 2.5 stars. Looks like he potentially could be a world-class player. Him and I'm pretty sure Athen will get to a very high level as well. I think you've got two very good wingers there coming through the system. A lot of good young players. Ranucci looks really good, already wanted. Madden hasn't stepped on as much as I thought, but he's still only 17. Still looks like he's got high potential, so that could be good. We made some good signings this year. This is just ordering it in the ability rating, but we'll have a look at goals. So one of our signings, Samu, came in, 49 starts, 25 goals. Kjærgaard with 14 goals. A lot of others spread around between the 9 to 6 goal range. So good team performance from us. Sold quite a few people. Yildirim went for 2 million. Strasbourg. Mari went to Ajax for 1.4 million. Mika Fair went to Bruges for 1.8 million. He's a good player. Only 21. Probably will progress, but just wasn't getting the game here, so I figured we'll let him go. I think I took you through pretty much all of these transfers apart from Jordan James. So to Man City for 3.8 million. I didn't see that coming. He's a decent player, but he's not, certainly not Man City level. And then we made some signings. We needed a keeper. We brought one in from Man United, Ian Day. I think he looks really good on this game. We went out and got Amadou Nana for 20 million. I think that's a bit of a steal. Big players to help bolster our squad. Samu, 6'4" as well. Phenomenal player. Scored a lot of goals up front for us. Only for 16.25 million, which isn't bad. 22.5 million on Bacharina, who looks a brilliant sort of centre mid or DM for us. So I think we've recruited really well there, and it's definitely worked. We've had a phenomenal season. We won the French Cup. We beat PSG on penalties. 2-2 up until the penalties. We got knocked out of the Champions League in the playoff round by Dortmund, but we won the league. Third season with Rennes. We've won the French league. 89 points. We only lost one game. 76 goal difference. We haven't got any of our players in the kind of player stats, which is slightly weird. We only lost to Lyon away. I did say we'd have to kind of beat PSG at least once and draw with them once, and that's exactly what we did this year. Phenomenal performance from us, I think, to so quickly overturn PSG. I'm not saying that might be long term for keep playing. This is going to be the last season, by the way, of the video. If you want to see more, let me know. I'm happy to keep playing on this save because I am enjoying it. We scored 103 goals, 27 conceded. As you can see there, most goals, only just ahead of PSG. Most shots, again, only just ahead of PSG. They had the fewest shots against, so it's a bit surprising that our goals conceded was as good. We were 6th in possession, only 53%. We're not there in tackles, we're 3rd in dribbles. PSG actually topping a lot of these charts, for us to beat them by 9 points. Pretty good, I think. We're 2nd in conceded, they conceded 9 less than us. We only scored 7 more than them. So I think it's just critical the fact that we beat them and drew with them. Those results change and all of a sudden it's really close race, isn't it? Brilliant, brilliant season from us. Please, I think that's worth a like. But feel free to like and subscribe if you can. Whack anything in the comments. If there's anything you want to see, if there's anything you think I could have done better, or should I have changed? I'm happy to answer any comments in there. And Beta is looking phenomenal. These guys can be world class. Like I said, I think earlier in the video, if you want me to, if you want the save game file, I'll put it on my Patreon page. So it'll be there. And thank you for waiting all the way to the end. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.